EGM Network.
Hi, everyone. This is Mary Lou Chambriello, and you are listening to or watching Cottage Conversations with Mary Lou. This is about real estate with real people, and we're going to give you really good advice. And today, our advice is on from lived in to listing, how to get your home ready for showings and how to get your home ready for photos and all of that. So I'd like to introduce my sidekick, Jennifer. Go ahead, please tell everybody about you.
Hi, my name's Jennifer Arteaga, realtor with Remax Crown Realty. And I like to walk the beach every morning for sunrise. I was there this morning. My dog loves it. I have a Doberman, and it's just a lot of fun and great way to start your day in the morning.
Okay, and my other good friend is Lorraine. Lorraine, please talk about yourself. Lorraine's very shy. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Lorraine Stough. I love antique cars. I don't know if anybody knew that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's something I like to do. I like to go to the car shows. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get real here, and we're going to talk about real estate, real estate. Again, this is not about those $1 million homes that you see on television or those people that walk around and are buying houses and don't like the house color. This is really good information. So nobody wants to buy somebody else's dirt, by the way, just so you understand that. So it's very important that you have your house clean. So I'm going to give these girls some questions. They're going to give you some good advice. We're going to go from there. So you need to, when you go to see buyers, Jennifer, once you get past the curb appeal, because we spoke about curb appeal already, and you walk into the house, what is the first thing you notice?
For me, smell, the odor, the house for me needs to smell good and inviting.
Or clean, exactly. And how about
fresh.
you, Lorraine? What do you notice?
Furniture. If there's too much, or if you can't move smoothly through the house, and
You want to be able to navigate through the property.
Yes,
Exactly. And a
yeah.
lot of people don't understand that. So the other thing when you're selling a home is you have to explain to your sellers what they need to do. And the good news is most sellers ask you, what do I need to do? And it makes the conversation easy. But if sellers say to you, Jennifer, what do I need to do? What do you say?
We need to be the best professional guide. I tell them less is more. Just freshen up, declutter.
Exactly. And how about you, Lorraine?
Like in the kitchen is such a special place. They don't want appliances all over the counters and just all
They're not
their stuff.
accessories.
Yes.
They're not accessories.
They'd rather, clear off the counters, have everything fresh. Little things, if you can fix little things like maybe a wall switch is broken or something.
All that, exactly.
Yeah,
it's the little
just
stuff that
little
counts.
stuff,
Okay,
yeah.
have you ever had a buyer walk into a house and then just walk right out?
Yes, I have.
And tell
I have
everybody
too.
why.
Sometimes it is the smell, the odor. Sometimes it is the clutter where they can't see beyond, they can't see the house itself because there's so much stuff in the house. I would say.
Yeah, it's interesting. They know right away that they don't like the house. And how about for you, Lorraine? Have you ever had that?
Yeah, definitely. They won't even get past the front door on some houses.
Yeah, I've had it where they say, that we'll get into the driveway. I don't even want to bother going in.
Yes,
I'm going to tell you that
I've
right
had
now.
that,
And that's
yeah.
something that we really need to address because you want to sell your home. So if you want to sell your home, you need to make your home appealing. You want buyers to fall in love with your home. So keep that in mind. What you love and what buyers love may be totally different. So, Jennifer, you talk about smells all the time. Why is that?
Well, I have pets. So, yeah, my house in particular, I vacuum and mop every day. I try to keep it,
the odors down. Yeah, I have a pet too, but he's small. You've got pets.
I have a big dog and I have two little ones, a Yorkie and a Chihuahua.
Yeah, but I think the Doberman is the one that you favor because you take him to the beach. Okay, and how about you? What is the first thing?
I agree with that. I mean, if you go into a house and it's too fragrant or there's candles everywhere, you feel like they feel like you're masking something.
Exactly.
And
there's that word again.
Yes. And and you walk in and immediately you almost get a headache just from the smells, and it,
I when I go in, I'm always shocked at what people keep. And so I want to know, what is the strangest thing you've ever had to remove from a home? I'm going to ask Jennifer
gosh.
first. Do you have anything? You want me to help you?
Sure.
I'll tell you.
Sure.
The strangest thing I ever removed from a home was a container of lint that was bigger than the waste management trash can. It had to be 4.5 feet high. It had to be like 32 inches around, and it was stuffed with dryer lint.
And why do they save this?
I have no clue. She not only had that, she also had a very large collection of crumpled up aluminum containers. So not that that's strange. And plastic bags are a big thing too.
Yeah,
so that's what
for
I've removed from a house. Does that help you at all?
I mean, when my boys were in school, my mom would save the tabs to soda cans. There were reasons to do
you would use that
things
for
like
crafts.
this.
Yeah. There's
So-
lots of crafts to do that. And how about you?
really nothing like that.
I must get the strangest people.
You do.
Have,
That's funny.
have you ever, and we have, I know we have you ever walked into a listing and it's perfect?
Yes,
Oh, what a
absolutely.
gift.
Yeah.
What a gift. You walk,
Definitely pride of
Yes.
ownership.
oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
And
And
you
it's
can
so
tell.
easy to sell those properties because they just
The show so
you
well.
feel the love when you walk in. So it's really kind of wonderful. And what is the number one inexpensive thing you think people can do for staging? Just to stage and get their house ready for listing and showings.
Make sure it's clean, decluttered, organized.
And none of this
smelling
costs money.
great.
None
No.
of this costs
Right.
money.
No.
This is all about, just physical labor. And how about for you?
Yeah, maybe a plant or set up the table
Yeah.
nicely. Simple things like
Just
that, or
simple
in the
things.
bathroom, maybe a nice plant in there, and
Bathroom
clear the
should sparkle.
counters. Yeah,
And kitchen should sparkle.
definitely
That's true.
clean.
Well, let me think if I have anything here. I think the clean is really, really huge.
It is.
And decluttering is really, really huge. And sometimes people have a tough time. They think that toaster, their Cuisinart toaster should stay on the counter, but
Yeah.
it should not. If you could give one piece of advice to a seller, and you've already said this, Jennifer, what would it be? One piece of advice.
One piece of advice.
I've got it on my list here, but you've already said it. I'll give you a clue.
Less is more.
There you go.
Okay,
You
bingo.
always say that.
Thank you, Mary Lou.
You always say that. And how about you?
And me, I would say during showings, if you could leave, because the people they
Oh,
feel,
they have
to
yes,
go.
they need to
It's hard.
not be
It's-
there when
it's-
people
I would-
are showing, because
Exactly.
they can't picture themselves. They're trying to walk around you, and they
peculiar.
don't want to.
It's peculiar.
Yeah.
And also, I always say that they want to call the baby ugly, and it's very hard to call the baby ugly in front of the parents. So, that's really.
Yeah.
And I always say clean like your mother-in-law is coming for
Yeah.
dinner or whatever.
Ooh, that would
Clean
be
like your
really
mother-in-law's
clean.
coming over.
Yeah.
So, and remove the rust stains and all that other stuff. So
Yeah.
that's pretty important. The other thing, what kind of advice do you give to sellers? I tell them to detach themselves from the emotion of the sale, because
That's a
sellers,
good
it's very
idea.
emotional, it's very stressful.
is.
And I tell them, please detach yourself from it. Try to pretend that you are the seller, that you are the buyer, and go from there. So what do you say, Jennifer?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're selling their home to move on to their new chapter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they want someone, to see themselves in their home. And
Exactly. They want to be able
Yes.
to, the buyer
Yeah.
needs to see themselves in that property. And how
They
about you,
do.
Lorraine?
Definitely not take things personally at that point, because you're trying to sell your home, and if somebody mentions something to fix or do, don't take it
You
personally.
can't, it's a
We're
business.
just trying to help. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm going to do a little rapid fire here,
Yeah.
okay? And you're going to come back with some answers for me. Are you ready?
ready.
Clutter.
Clutter,
Declutter.
Yeah.
declutter.
Okay. Pets.
Pets, take them out with you when you're for showings.
Okay. Candles.
Candles, make sure they're in a place that it won't fall or, it won't start a fire. Just be very
Yeah, that's a
careful.
pretty big deal, huh? Okay. Smells. That goes with candles.
Fresh scents like linen or citrus. Something.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something
perfect.
like that.
Okay. Rugs.
Rugs. I don't know what I'd really say about rugs.
I defer to our photographer, my photographer anyway. She can't stand any kind of scatter rug. So
Really?
I give them the list that my photographer gives me for photos, and it really, it saves me a lot of, I blame it on her basically is what I'm telling you.
Is that to show the floor, you think?
Well,
Or
what
what's your
happens
reasoning?
is, in her opinion, they just make it the space feel smaller. If they're crooked, it can be discerning to your eye. Can to be distracting. So
Photos.
that's kind of okay. And what do you do to keep? What are some of the materials you leave in a property when you're listing it? Do you have like a bunch of material? I have all kinds of local information. A lot of you bring food. I don't bring food.
I bring food sometimes,
Sometimes
depending
open
on,
houses
when I do an
sometimes.
open house, what time of the day, whether it's donuts and coffee,
You're lucky
subs and
you get
tea.
water from me. Okay.
Water's good.
That's it.
Keep them
Okay, and how
hydrated.
about-
That's it. And some of the information in the local area, maybe a map.
Yeah, I'd
things
probably leave.
to, yeah.
Very smart.
Okay, and what repairs should be done prior to showing your property? There are some repairs that should be done prior to selling your property. In my opinion, leaks under the sink. People always check
Yes.
what underneath
Yeah,
the
they'll
sink.
look- yeah.
For some reason, they think that they're home inspectors when they go through the
Yeah.
house. And
Yeah.
go ahead. Anything else?
Air conditioners, make sure they're updated.
Exactly.
Or serviced.
Exactly. Okay. And Jennifer, do you have anything?
I would just keep the house tidy. Make sure bathrooms are clean, kitchen's cleaned. As far as repairs, AC, like Lorraine said, is a big one.
Well, because your husband's in that business.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. Although we don't, our AC is not maintained the way it should be for having an AC guy.
Okay. Well, that's pretty true. Okay, we're going to stop now for a little bit of a break, and then we're going to rejoin and regroup and have some more questions for you, okay?
Okay.
Hi there, Mary Lee Chambriello again. I have a few tips for you. Those of you that live in Bureau Lake Estates or in Sebastian, you should be getting these on a regular basis. These are my postcards. So I wanted to give you some tips on what you could do with my postcard. First of all, you can do this. You can take this and you can throw it out, or you can do the right thing, and that would be to recycle it. Secondly, it's a little far, it's a little hot. You can always use it as a fan. Or you can be like my girlfriend, Linda, and she thinks she's funny, and she sends me a picture every time she gets a postcard, and she uses it as a placemat. You get enough of them, you'll probably have placemats. But more importantly, I have a proven track record. These are all the homes that I've sold. Whenever you get this postcard, you'll notice there's different homes on here. So if you're looking for a realtor, the purpose of this card is for you to keep it, and when you do need a realtor, give me a call. Thank you so much. You have the best day ever, and it is a little hot in here. Have the best day. Ciao for now.
Welcome back, everyone. We're going to change the subject here, and we're going to talk about businesses that we would recommend. Now, I always recommend a pharmacy because I love Miller Pharmacy here in Vero Beach, but I also love Computer Healthcare in Sebastian. They do a great job on my computers. I see them quite often, actually, and so if you ever need any computer help, please go to Computer Healthcare. And just so you all know that when we give these little tidbits about businesses that we like, we're not sponsored. These are just our opinions on what great businesses are. So Jennifer, go ahead.
As far as businesses that I'd recommend, well, we love to cook, and we go to Garcia's in Fellsmere and Nuno's.
And that is, and what are they, restaurants? Or?
They're stores, basically. Garcia's sells tacos, but they also have a butcher there, so they sell meat.
So it's a market?
Yes.
And how do you say market in Spanish?
Mercado.
Mercado, okay. And so do you go to the Mercado, Miss?
I have been there
Okay,
once.
good.
Yeah,
Go, okay.
yeah.
So what do you
looks
recommend?
Interesting. Vic's Pizza.
Vic's Pizza?
Yeah, I mean, I've been going there for years.
Make a
and
decent
years.
cannoli, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really pretty good.
It's all
And,
about
and they're in
food.
Sebastian, correct?
Yes,
Yeah, they're
in
right by
Washington.
my
Yeah,
computer healthcare. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is a really interesting question. So if you had a magic wand and if you could just walk into the house and you could change one thing, what would it be? You go, boop, and what would you instantly change?
Well, being that cleaning's very labor intensive, if I could take a magic wand from dirty to sparkle,
Okay,
that would
so
be perfect.
a good deep clean with just
Absolutely.
and okay, Lorraine, what would you do?
I would magically change the roof if it needed.
I'm so
Love
in love
that.
with that.
If
That's
it
such
needs it.
Oh my
Yeah,
God! Now, so
that's
you took
big
away all the
deal.
good answers. I don't know if I have anything. Okay, let me think. I think we sell sunshine, so I would really and truly want my people to make sure that they open the windows, let in the light, and that's another pet peeve of mine. So when we go into a house and we're getting it ready to list, and we're taking it from lived in to list, I start from the top. I look up. Okay, and I say, okay, the fans need to be cleaned off, the light bulbs need to be changed, and the light bulbs all need to be the same. I look up and then I go down the walls and see type. Do you have a system, Lorraine?
I do that too. As far as the ceiling, I check for if there was a leak at some point in time. Even though if it's an old leak, at least they can touch it up, paint it, or
right, right, and still disclose it. Unfortunately,
yeah,
we have to
that
disclose
too,
everything when we know.
right.
For sure. My eyes kind of wander when I walk in the house, and I try to pick up.
Well, that's
some
what a
of the-
buyer does. Their eyes wander.
They
and
do.
So that's there's nothing wrong with that, eyes wandering, because buyers do, their eyes wander. And the other thing that there's certain things that are pet peeves of mine when I list a property. I want all the light bulbs to be the same. I want all the light
agree.
bulbs to work. I want all the light fixtures, the ones that have their solid on the bottom, to be debugged.
Yeah.
I want all the fans to be cleaned off, and because they can be pretty
Yes.
schmuggly. I want all the cabinet doors to close properly. I have a listing currently where the buyer, my seller did everything right, but the cabinet doors still don't close properly. So I'm going to have to go in there and adjust it. So do you have any other ideas other than your mother-in-law comes over to the house? What is the first thing you do when your mother-in-law comes over to the house, Lorraine? What's the first thing you
deep
clean?
Clean.
Absolutely.
It'd be a deep clean.
And how about you, Jennifer?
The same.
Yeah.
And I think that sellers, they live in their house, so they don't realize what needs to be done. So when we come in, we're an extra set of eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
To tell them exactly.
A good way to start the conversation. We are an extra set of eyes, and we want you to look at this house as if you are the buyer yourself. So
Yes.
that's really, truly important. And then the other thing that I like to do is I like to leave good information, but I also walk around the house as if I am the buyer, and I come with my client and I'll say, let's walk around the house as if you're buying. And that's really more important than anything else. And how is there anything I'm forgetting here, guys? Nobody, because like I said, nobody wants to buy somebody else's dirt. So that conversation is difficult. So now you're ready for listing. And like I said, I bring in my photographer's list. She has a nice list. And I say, this is what the photographer would like you to do, and that type of thing. But also, I also stage myself. I do light staging. Do you do light staging?
Sometimes.
Sometimes it doesn't need it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about you, Jennifer?
I'll do what's necessary, like a little plant or maybe some towels in the bathroom or kitchen, maybe some hand soap. I don't do very much as far as
that's all you need is a little bit of touch, little touch. It doesn't take a lot. I have the world's, I'm confessing here, that I have the world's largest white towel collection. I also have a huge amount of white quilts, and if I don't have a lot of listings, my bedrooms they're I mean, we could never sleep in them; it'd be too hot. But I do believe in light staging, and I do go in and prep up my towels and that type of thing. 'Cause I actually like to do that. It's fun for me, and I also like everything to be clean. If we can remove rust stains on the interior sinks, because sometimes people do not take care of that. You know, there's a product that we use that can take out those rust stains, and that's really important as well. So now you're ready for photos. What do you do? What do you do?
I will meet the photographer there sometimes and just help move some items while he's, in another area.
Take photos
That's
of
really
where
what
things were before you move them, and so they can put them back
put
to
them back
where they
exactly
were.
where they were.
And what do you do?
The same. I'll meet the photographer there, and we'll open up all the windows, make it light and bright in there, so it photographs well.
Yeah, I love walking into a bright house.
I do
There's just
too.
something so happy about when you're walking into a bright house. I also play music, not from my photographer, because she's
Very soothing.
but I do play. I do try to find music. I'm really bad at picking out music, though, so I just use the radio.
You are. Try jazz.
same.
Jazz music is very
I
calm
don't know
and
what
soothing.
channel that's on. I've got to find that channel.
Hey,
Because I
Siri.
have a little cheap Walmart radio that
I do it from my Alexa.
Yeah.
So.
Do you? Oh no, Mary Lou's not that intelligent. Okay. And what do you do for your photos? And I like really good photos. I like. Do you do aerials? I do aerials.
I do at times,
Yeah.
depending.
So well, if you're doing a condo, it's really not as big a
Yeah,
deal.
I
But if you do houses like I do,
I
that's
try to.
big. And I also do a floor plan, because I do a manaport, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And I label my floor plan, and I make that part of my brochure. That's always the back page of my brochure, so that my people, when they leave, remember what.
Okay.
Yeah, I show them this is the foyer. Generally, I try to label it. Not always do I have time, but generally I label it. And currently, I have a house that's on the market, and there's one pet peeve I have is that she has white toggle switches, and she's got beige switch plates. And I've been changing them one by one because it absolutely catches my eye. It's a beautiful house. I'm walking in, it's empty, and I'm looking at toggle switches and not the floor plan. So that's just what I do. Do you have that? Do you have any pet peeve?
Do I have a pet peeve? I mean, I like to see things clean, organized. Again, takes us back
Closets,
to smell.
organize your closets, get rid of, don't have them, because they're going to open the closets, and they should be able
see
to.
the
So you don't want them to
size.
open up a closet and see.
Things fall out.
Everything falls out. And the same thing with the kitchen cupboards. I generally go to the dollar store, buy with those little cheap baskets, and shove everything in there, even
That's
though
smart.
it's not really organized. It looks organized because I stick it in that basket. And I'm trying to think what else I do that I definitely, closets, I like closets to be clean. I like not even clean, just organized. And you're moving anyway, so start packing up those things and sorting up. And how about the garage or the laundry room? The laundry room's a big problem for me. People just dump everything in the laundry room,
Well, they do, and it seems like the garage is a place, especially in a lot of these homes, for storage. We have our washer and dryer at my house in an enclosed area, so we framed in an area strictly for the.
So you made a laundry room.
We did,
yeah.
Like a little area.
And how about you? What do you do?
The same. I mean, my laundry for years was out in the garage, so I definitely, if people can keep it neat or keep up with it, especially
too, when
during
it's in the garage.
selling.
But it is a chore, so it's okay.
Is.
It is a chore. I am always. I have a laundry closet, okay, and I have what I call a visual to-do list, so I try to keep track of all of that. And the other thing is now we're getting people that are wanting the garages to be cleaned. Have you noticed that?
My husband's one of them.
Good.
Keep it nice and tidy. And even when you have a 2-car garage, sometimes if you have a lot of stuff, it's not even enough for 1 car.
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
I just want to thank you guys for coming today. Our next podcast is going to be on how to price your home right. So I'm trying to bring this through to a process. So you guys are always the best, and I always enjoy working with you. You're just wonderful. But as we close up today, I'd like to remind you that after each episode, if you're watching this on live or on YouTube later, I have a PSA, and it's really important to so many people, not just to my family that was a victim of it, but for the thousands and thousands of other families that are victims of it. So I want to thank you all. Till next time, I want to say ciao for now. And we're going to be
Thank
talking
you.
about pricing it right next time. Thank you, and have the best day ever, everyone. Ciao.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We love you, Mary Lou.
I love you. I love you.
Searching for a pet-friendly home with style? Welcome to 115 Briarcliff Circle in Sebastian, located in Ashbury, a gated community, and the monthly HOA is just $84. Be sure to review pet restrictions for breed and pet size.